Hello everybody, Wishbone8121 here, and welcome to another Hero Wars video. Now, just to start out, today we're going to be talking about emeralds. The best way to get them, as you can tell, I have 500,000 at the moment. I got them yesterday for under $250, closer to 200 really. So, you know, massive number of emeralds or diamonds or whatever they are for a small price. I'm going to show you how to get emeralds in this game, totally legally, the best way to do so. And I'm going to show you how to best spend them so that you can level your characters the best way possible. So let's get right into it. First of all, there's a ×4 sale. As you can see, $44 gives you 56,000, and as I said, I got 500,000 for less than $200. So that is not the best way to get emeralds. The best way to get emeralds is to do tasks. Now this is with ×4 enabled. Now at the moment we don't have a ×4, so you wouldn't right this second be able to get the best offer on emeralds. However, you can wait for a ×4 event to happen, which it happens like once a week, a couple times a month at least. Once you do, you just go through the offers and find the ones that are good. I will show you just basically. Now this is specifically for Apple, because the Android works differently. From what I've heard, on Android it is better to like play other games in order to get emeralds. But on Apple, what the actual best way to get emeralds is to donate. You sign up for a monthly membership to donate once a month, and usually for $15 to $20, and they give you usually at least 50,000 to 100,000 emeralds for beginning a $20 per month subscription. Now you can cancel the subscription afterwards, which I did for most of these. Unfortunately, you usually have to call them to cancel. You can sign up very easily online in like 30 seconds, but in order to cancel, you have to call them in later. However, you do get the emeralds whether you cancel or not. And each of these rewards I got for roughly $20. Just a couple things you should know is this one I did not get paid off because because I accidentally spelled my email address wrong when I was giving to this Cleft Palette group. And so I haven't gotten paid for that one yet. I'm requested it. But anyway, so be careful and make sure you write your email properly. Also, the bot that guards Tapjoy against scammers thought I was a scammer because I did all of these all at once. So you don't want to do this many tasks in a short period of time. Maybe just one or two a day. That way you don't make their bot angry at you, which it suspended me for a day, just to make sure I wasn't a scammer. So that's a couple things to know. Also, for a lot of these websites, if you just go in and click everything, you'll end up paying between $5 and $10 more than you have to. There is a minimum donation as part of each of these, and usually you can just make sure you don't pay more than you want to. A lot of these it's $20, but you click in and it's like, oh, you want to pay $25, and it's like, no, you can just pay $20. And then there's another checkbox that's like, I would like to pay an extra $1.20 to cover the credit card fee. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. So you can, there's a couple things you can learn and avoid just to save yourself a couple dollars. Anyway, look at this one. This was 99,000 emeralds for $20. So, it's the best price, best way to get emeralds. Yeah, and so a lot of these are found by clicking on web. Obviously, all the offers that I thought were good, I already started. And once you start an offer, if you start at 4 times emeralds, even if you do it later on when the ×4 ends, you still get the ×4 emeralds. So the next time you see a ×4 emerald on this Tapjoy thing, just go in and click all the ones you think you might do, and then just do them, not all at once like me, but as you can. So that is how I got 500,000 emeralds in a very short period of time. And as far as all the ones where I didn't accidentally put in the wrong email address, I got it. I got the emeralds in the mail immediately, within 10 seconds of coming back on. So it works pretty well as far as I can tell, as long as you don't make their little AI bots angry at you. So excellent. We'll move on. Next, let's talk about the best way to actually spend the emeralds to upgrade your characters. To start with, there's a few things, a few different aspects to a character. First of all, there is their star rank that you use soul stones, and that's pretty important, especially for health, especially for a person's max health has a lot to do with what star value they have. So that is important, but for most heroes, you can basically just grind those. You'll get them eventually. If it's a hero like Celeste, where you can't necessarily get it normally, you can wait for an event for their faction, like a Way of Mystery event. Or actually, right now for Celeste in particular, she's in these leper cat dolls. I don't know why, but she is. And then lastly, once you get into a good guild, like my guild, which is what guild am I in? Here we go, Midwest Mafia, on server 464. And you get the start doing well in the global championship. You can get these evolution boosters to boost anyone up to max star. You have to buy it a few times if they're really low star level, but that's that. Next is items. Now, every time you promote someone, they get just two of each stat, and you can then equip an entirely new set of items, and the items give stats. Something to know is, first of all, that skins and artifacts both give a lot of stats. Skins basically give you more than all your items combined. And usually the skins are more attuned to the character, so really the skins are actually more important. Now, as far as stats go, they still are really great. A lot of the items you can get with energy, a little bit here, a little bit there. But some items are just really annoying to make, like this. Super annoying. Creator's Feathering, not so much, because the throwing knives you can get from the Outlands shop, and you'll end up getting a lot of Outlands coins. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So one thing you can do is use the merchant, the VIP merchant, if you are high enough VIP level. You can use the VIP merchant to get some of the more difficult items. I used it to just buy the Ruler's Globus. Same thing with Unity of Extremes. It's such an annoying thing to make. Now the last item is actually what I recommend for getting it. I don't recommend buying the last item from the merchant. My recommendation for the last item is you get the legendary stat item from the Outlands shop, and the recipe you can usually buy during an event. So that's what I suggest for the last item, but there's a couple things where it just makes more sense to buy it from the merchant, the VIP merchant. Like for Fox, this Dwarven Hardbane I'll probably end up buying. I bought the Staff of Stubbornness and the Acquaintance Trident as well, because they're just very annoying to make. But that's up to you. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that you want to use your emeralds during an event where you have to spend emeralds. So I waited before I spent like 40,000 emeralds on the merchant. I waited for this event. Now, as you can see, I've already spent 50,000 emeralds. A lot of that was on the merchant, so I could get items for Fox, and I bought the Ruler's Globus for Sebastian, and I upgraded Galahad to Orange 4, all while simultaneously getting myself some leper cat dolls and such. which is very good. So basically, for the first point I want to make is that once you have a bajillion emeralds, you don't want to just use them all at once. You want to use them while events are running. And for when it comes to items, buying energy is less effective, less efficient than using the merchant. But really, you only want to do that with the really complicated items, like this one here. That's pretty easy to make. I'll just use energy to buy that to make that on like on Fox here. I'll get that over the next couple weeks. This item, that's not too bad. This one is not too bad either. I'll get these 5 items. I will get with the Outland shop, and then this Dwarven Hardbane. Since it's more annoying, I will probably buy that, or maybe I'll just make that one since I already have the recipe. Either way, that's up to you. We'll move on to the next thing. Glyphs. Glyphs. A lot of people talk about glyphs. They're very important in this game, but however, you get tons of glyphs every single day just from your guild playing. And if you actually look at my glyphs, not only is my main team almost maxed, I'm just missing some magic resist, some armor, magic resist here, magic resist here. But even my B team, my old B team, because I switched teams, has several max glyphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 max glyphs outside of my main team, and my main team's not maxed yet. That shows that you get glyphs a lot faster than you get other things that you need to max out your characters. So I would not worry about spending emeralds on glyphs. Third, let's take a look at artifacts. So, with the artifacts, and I didn't know this at first, as you can see, none of my artifact weapons are maxed. What I did not know when I first started this game was that during events for factions, such as the progress event, which I think the progress event shop is still open for another 3 hours. During those events, you can actually buy the books and rings that you need in order to level up your artifacts to Ultimate Star, and it's relatively cheap for just, I think, $350. It was enough to get enough artifacts to level up 10 characters to max. I still have a bunch of the books. Still, yeah, like a 430 of that. I have 350 of that. I still have a bunch because I need more chaos cores. Which reminds me that one of the things you want to do with your emeralds is buy chaos cores every day. Boom, there we go. So that's definitely a good buy, and you want to keep a lot of emeralds in extra in order to do that. Another thing is gold. The way the gold rolling works is that you make roughly, when you add all the possible outcomes together, roughly you get 2.7 times the value of the roll on the average. Like if you do a bunch of rolls, you end up getting about 2.7 times. Which means that the exchange shop is much better than buying gold in the tower. So you don't want to buy gold in the tower. In the tower, you just want to get all the items, and you don't need to worry about getting the gold because it's just better to get the gold through the exchange. And it's better to use the exchange all at once because the more rolls you get, the more money you get per roll. And it gets a little bit higher, a little bit more efficient. So rather than doing a few every day, though I do 3 exchanges every day just for the daily quest. But if you're like running out of gold, it's better to just do 300 rolls all at once. So there's that. On to another thing in the merchant. Here's the Outlands shop. You want to get skin stones, and the helm, the throwing knives, and the Enigma Chronicles you use for the final item, and you just get a bunch of them. That will help save you emeralds later when you so that you don't have to spend so many at the merchant. Okay, next, as far as back to artifacts, a lot of now there are a lot of offers in this game to get these artifact chests, so you can upgrade those, which they're pretty decent. Apart from that, you can buy a bunch of the treasure chests, which is really good. It's also a good way to get a lot of chaos cores and artifact coins. And artifact coins is really the best way to. You want to use all your artifact coins to level up your artifact weapon, because you can't get your artifact weapon through events the way that you can with the books and rings. So all your artifact coins, just save them for your artifact weapon. Just do yourself a favor. I did not do that. That's why none of my weapons are maxed. So that'll save you some time. Now, as far as the keys, you don't want to just go willy-nilly and buy a bunch of them now that you have like 500,000 gems. You want to wait until there is a 55% off sale. Then go to town and buy a bunch of them, because that's almost like, rather than 500,000 gems, it's like having 1.1 million. So that that's just much better. So you want to wait for one of those events. What would be even better than that is if there's a repeatable quest, but that's hard to find, and I haven't seen one. I've only been playing a few months, but just wait for that 55% off sale, and then go to town on those chests to get its chaos cores and artifact coins, and upgrade your artifact weapons that way, while getting a bunch of things to up seals and scrolls and whatnot in the process. Same thing with the hero chest. Normally this is a terrible deal, so I know everyone wants Cleaver. He's great. You want him too. And so, this looks like, you're just like, I want Cleaver, I have a bajillion gems, let me just use them right now and get Cleaver, which I could do. Or I can wait for a 55% off sale and then get Cleaver much cheaper, and get lots and lots more heroes, and still have extra gems left over. And have, soul coins for Jet, who I strongly recommend you use. I'll be making a video on him pretty soon, because my main team, obviously, it has Jet with Ishmael and Fox. It's actually a super good combo. Anyway, moving on. That's enough about the artifacts. Glyphs. We'll go over Gift of the Elements in a second. Back to skins. Like I mentioned before, it is basically the biggest part of your stats. It's also one of the most difficult things to max. Basically, you have to wait for an event, and then you either buy stuff or use all your gems during the event. And the best way to get skin stones is to open Outland chests. Now, this is normally the most efficient way to use your gems, if you were just going to use them. It's to buy 100 chests. Best stat increase per gem spent. That's normally. However, this also has periodically a 55% off sale, so you definitely want to wait and hold on for that. Also, every once in a while, during the 55% off sale, there's also a repeatable quest where you get coins for an event, and then you can buy more skin stones with that. So that's like the ultimate thing you could do, which, like the progress shop, you can buy skin stones, and there was a repeatable event. Right now there is an event to open Outland chests, and it is repeatable. So I'll probably buy some more until I've used all of my value exchange. In fact, I'll just do 100 right now, just because I can. So I'll open 100. Now, something to know for the Outlands chest is that there's a 1 in 200 chance of getting the grand prize, which is either skins or a skin shop certificate. Now, I've opened so many of these chests that I just have extra certificates lying around, even though I have all the skins for I think 12 or 13 characters. which is another way to save money because not only did I, get like $100 of emeralds for only $20, but then I could get like 10 skins for free while getting a bajillion skin stones. And on top of that, I did it during an event because I was smart, and that's going to give me repeatable Outlands quests, and at the same time, it's going to work towards maxing out this spend emeralds quest, which can only be done once. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go crazy. So that's pretty much most of what you need to know. Let's go over Titans real quick. For Titans, upgrading your Titans is important for your champions because it's how you get the sparks for the Gift of the Elements. Now, also, if you look at my team with the sparks, you'll see that I already have my main team maxed, so it's not hard to get a bunch of them. At least not as hard as it is to finish the skins and the artifacts. But there is a way to do this that's smarter, and that is now once you have a few of your Titans at max star, this merchant guy appears, and you can exchange soul stones of your ultimate stars for these coins, and then buy Titan potions, and you actually get a really good exchange rate. So much so that the best way to level your Titans and get sparks while making your Titan team stronger, which is really important for global war, because in a global war, if your opponent can't take the bridge, they have to kill all of your top teams in the lighthouse, the mage academy, and the barracks in order to attack the rest of your team. So your Titans are really important in wars. But the best way to level your Titans isn't it's not to buy stuff, even though they obviously they want to sell you all kinds of Titan potions. I guess not today. But anyway, the best way to do is actually buy these circles of summoning. And again, you want to wait for a 55% off sale or an event where you have to buy them in order to get coins of some kind. And I'll show you why, because you open, this is just 5. It's just but I got 30 of Sigurd, he's an ultimate star. A bunch of Vulcan, he's ultimate star. Some Angus, he's ultimate star. Now I can go to this merchant, I trade them all in, and I get Titan potions. And this 2,100. I think I had a few hundred already, but that's a significant amount for just 5 summoning spheres. Well, what if you summoned like 1,000 of them for 30,000 emeralds? Well, then you could have just absolutely crap loads of Titan potions, and then you could upgrade your Titans a lot. And that's the best way to upgrade your Titans. You just wait for this event, a 55% off sale. You buy just an absolute crap load of the Circle of Summoning Spheres, give them to the merchant, get those Titan potions, and then upgrade your Titans a lot. And I have not done that yet. That's why my Titans are not not super overpowered yet. All right, I think that pretty much covers a lot of the strategy behind what you should do once you have a bajillion emeralds. You basically wait for a 55% off sale, or you wait for an event, and then you just use the emeralds that you need to in order to cover the one-time uses in the events, and then you save the rest for the next event. Or you go to town with a 55% off sale. And if you ever see an Outlands event where you open chests at 55% off, and it's a repeatable quest, you just use all your emeralds, and you absolutely go ham. All you do is you save enough, to buy Chaos Cores for a bit until you can get more emeralds, because that's the best sale you're ever going to see, and that's just, it's the best. Anyway, I think I will show what am I going to show? I'm going to show me defending against the strongest person on my server. Obviously, his third try, he got my team, but let's see what happens. And then you guys have a good one. My next video will be showing why you should build a Sebastian jet team. But until then, you can just watch what happens. But there you go. Obviously, it's a strong team. Maybe this one. Galahad will use his ult, and you'll see him just absolutely just crush it. I love Galahad. Sebastian Jet is just really overpowered. Because Galahad, like, rushed. Oh my gosh, look at that. Galahad just and Fox blinded Kira, so Kira could just... there you go. Alrighty, you guys have a good one. See ya.